battle begin over President Trump's first federal budget proposal. The White House calling for a massive increase in military spending funded by big cuts elsewhere. For example, $1.5 billion for a wall on the border. That's just a down payment. $54 billion more for defense and a 7% boost for Homeland Security. The programs on the chopping block include Meals on Wheels, low-income housing, and energy subsidies. 30% from environmental protection and 29% from the State Department, plus cuts to public broadcasting and the arts. So let's get right into it. Joining us today, Malcolm Kenyatta, a Democratic strategist and community activist, and Lawrence Jones, a conservative commentator who hosts his very own radio show and also contributes to Blaze TV. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you so much, Heather.
All right, so this is just the beginning. Mick Mulvaney, he was on Fox earlier. He said that if he said it on the campaign trail, it is in the budget. Lawrence, what do you think?
Well, he did say it. He said he was going to increase military spending. He did talk about the wall, but he needs to figure out how Mexico is going to pay for it. As a conservative libertarian, I would like to see a lot of spending cuts. I don't think we're going to see that, but you know, since liberals are coming after us as it relates to getting the border under control, I'm not sure it's a bad idea increasing military spending now.
Yeah, if you have the increase in spending, this budget, which does slash just about everything, it cuts the same amount. So there's no extra spending. It doesn't add to the federal deficit, right, which is, what, $488 billion right now. Don't want to do that. Malcolm, what do you think?
I think that this is, I call it the broken promise budget. It's another broken promise by a president that has been breaking promises since he was elected. He said to people that supported him, people that were hurting, that he was going to do everything he could. You look at Trump Care. He said everybody would be covered. We know that 24 million people are going to lose care. He went around to Rust Belt towns. He went around to Rust Belt towns and said that I'm going to make sure that jobs and economy and growth comes back to this community.
Well,
you don't grow those communities by cutting them. You don't grow those communities by getting rid of.
Well, according to this, just
and
the
also
first
energy
draft,
subsidies.
There's 21% decrease called for in the agriculture department. Lawrence?
Absolutely.
I'm missing his point, because I think there's a lot of job growth happening right now. And I think it's important to recognize the reason why he's focusing on Obamacare is because a lot of businesses are leaving because of Obamacare. A lot of hours of employees are being cut because of Obamacare. Because, excuse me, don't monologue me. The reason is because when these employees want more hours, because of Obamacare, they're required to they can't give them the more hours because they have to get health care if they give them over 30 hours. So I think that's why the president is focused on that. We're seeing constant job growth. We're seeing businesses stand. I think that's a great start for the president.
I know, Lawrence, that you want to filibuster with those talking points. But the fact of the matter is, this is a giveaway to President Trump and his billionaire buddies on the backs of working class people.
How so?
Because you look at energy subsidies. No, you look at, excuse me, you look at energy subsidies. You look at energy subsidies. You look at what he wants to cut in terms of LAHEAP, in terms of families that are struggling, that need support with their energy bills. You look at what he's cutting in agriculture. He's cutting PBS, for God's sake. Even Elmo doesn't miss the chopping block of this disastrous budget. This is a budget that's helpful to him, helpful to his friends in the Kremlin clan, but not helpful to average day Americans.
What does that mean?
I think it's important.
And because you look at 29% that he wants to cut from the State Department. When America is not engaged in the world, when we leave a vacuum, other people will lead, and it will be countries and people that are not in line with our values. So this budget will not keep us safe.
Tillerson had to say, and that he said that the State Department will still be able to do its job. It will just do it more efficiently.
I'm sorry, did I miss Tillerson doing a press conference?
I'll give you the last word, Lawrence.
Heather, we're not in the business of nation building of other countries anymore. The American people are fed up with it. It's time to start taking care of home. And I think it's important to note, since we want to talk about billionaires, those billionaires that you're talking about supported Hillary Clinton. It was the people that didn't have money that supported Donald Trump, the forgotten people. That's why he won. And apparently you guys haven't learned.
And then he lied to them.
Thank you for joining us. I have to wrap it up, though. Malcolm, appreciate it. Lawrence as well.
Thank you so much, Heather.
Thank you.